Hey guys, just doing a quick update. Um, because tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Figured I'd put something out just to do for the day. Be thankful for things and also again update folks on what's been going on. Um, couldn't really fall asleep last night. Starting to feel it a bit, like in the eyes and stuff. A little bit headachy. Yawning. Um, so I actually spent most of the morning doing braids, hair beads. There's some on top of my head too. Yeah, I was kind of bored. I rumble. Um, so feeling a bit exhausted right now, and definitely feeling more scattered because of it. I don't know if it's because of everything going on or sometimes the changing of the seasons, even though technically we fell back at the beginning of the month. Sometimes the sads take a bit to kick in, and they'll take a bit to kick out too. I wasn't yawning like this until I started, and I apologize again. I mean, for the most part, things have been quiet here at the apartment. Um, on the upside, I was able to get the Steam Link app on my tablet to finally work. And it's gonna be stupid, you guys, but apparently the fix was just moving the Spectrum router and stuff. Just moving it from where it was to a different place seemed to do it. It's the same wall, just a different area of the wall. Like, there's a TV. You guys can't see it, but it's on the other side of me. And so the routers were on this side. Now they're on this side. And that made the difference. I'm still learning about Wi-Fi signals, you guys. So, I would prefer that I had a wired connection, but you can't really do that with a tablet. I have my Ethernet plugged in on my laptop, but it's wireless on the tablet. And apparently that's where the hang-up lied. For whatever fucking reason. I fucked with all those settings over and over again. Over and over again. I uninstalled Steam at one point. I looked at the settings on my Ethernet on my laptop. I almost fucked with those under suggestion, but I didn't have what they were suggesting tweaking, so that didn't happen. Sorry, I'm just still a little mildly frustrated about that. Because it was so easy a fix, but it doesn't feel like that should be the fix. If you're having, like, basically what would happen is, I would start the game up. Like, I could get into the interface and everything through the Steam Link. It basically mirrors what you would see on your desktop or laptop. So you see the Steam store and all that, and you can interact with it just as you would if you were sitting at wherever you use your Steam primarily on. And it would be just as I'm loading a game, like, it would start up, but then it would get this, like, red connection thing in the bottom corner. And then it would just kind of seize up. I could use the controller that I use for my tablet to quit the game, and then it would bring me back to the interface. But at different games, it didn't matter. It would still hang on opening the game. And it would start on the tablet. Like, it would go into, like, whatever the start menu would be for whatever game. And so it was very frustrating. For months now, I had been having this problem. And I just wanted to be able to play my fucking games. Okay. So I'm segueing, I guess, into the whole Thanksgiving thing now by saying I am thankful that I finally figured the fuck out how to get that to work. Because I was seriously scratching my head on that. I'm thankful that I got to see Tom over the weekend. And I will be seeing him again tomorrow. And hopefully, he'll be in good spirits and whatnot. We're going to be bringing him essentially a truncated Thanksgiving dinner, let's call it. It's probably not going to be decked out to the nines like Mom usually does, but it's going to at least hit what Tom likes the most, and that's fine. I mean, I'll eat basically whatever. I'm not as picky as of an eater as he is. I mean, I know she's probably making some things for me and her, like the cranberry sauce, and she probably got from, I think Aldi's was where she got it last time, a yam or / sweet potato casserole. That was really good. Like, we're the only two that like it. Tom, Lissa, they don't. They don't like that stuff. But it's good to eat your vegetables, guys. Really. Or your starches, technically, in the way of the yam / sweet potato. Is there really a difference? I had to look at that. Because I don't know if yams and sweet potatoes, like, are yams and sweet potatoes. Like, I understand that there's a difference between what we call sweet potato and, like, Japanese sweet potatoes and stuff like that. And, like, I know yuccas are different, and, not all starches are created equal. I understand that. But, is a can of yams just, like, baby carrots aren't really baby carrots. They're just slightly processed carrots. So, is that what yams are? Like, the American language, the English language as a whole, but the American language and what we do to things is just funny sometimes. So I don't know if that's a case here for that. I gotta look at that. So yeah. I didn't think we were going to be doing Thanksgiving because with everything going on, I didn't want Mom to have to busy herself like that because I know she's been stressed and everything. But she wanted to do it. She wanted to. Like I think I told her at least 4 times that, at least I would be good, just fine. Because, I'm doing the mindful eating. Because, diet's restrictive. But I'm watching what I eat. So if I wasn't going to be eating Thanksgiving stuff and leftovers and like, it'd probably be better for me. Question mark. So, but she insisted. So maybe it helps her feel like things are more normal. So I shouldn't insist on taking that away from her any more than I have. So, yeah, I gotta let up on that. But I just didn't. I feel bad anytime I have to ask her help for anything. Like, she dropped off some meds tonight. Boys, play nice. Sorry. Because it's a technically controlled substance, and the naltrexone, it can't be delivered to me, so it needs to be picked up. So I had to ask Mom to get it for me, which I didn't want to, but where I think I have enough for tomorrow, I didn't know if I'd have enough for Friday. I don't know for certain I have enough for tomorrow, and especially if I'm going for some hours between driving up there, driving back, sitting in, I have my butt cushion, and that's what I want to call it. I know it's a travel cushion or seat cushion, whatever you want to call it, but I call it a butt cushion. But the chair in and of itself is not comfortable. So it's going to be painful for me, literally. So I wanted to make sure my pain meds were all in order. And I certainly, the pharmacy will probably be closed tomorrow. And I didn't want to add one more thing that she has to do tomorrow. And, she'll probably want to rest Friday. So I didn't want to bug her then either. So today was the best day to do it, I think. But, the fact that I have to for things like that, it still bugs me. And so I didn't. Again, if I could have convinced her to not do Thanksgiving, I think it would have been better for her. But maybe ultimately it is better that she does what she would do any other year. So I am grateful for her. It's another thing I'm grateful for. She has been there for me so much. Almost the entirety that I've known her, but especially the last year. And I really hope that I've been there for her just as much. Like I'm trying. Like anytime she needs a reminder for something, um, I offer to send her a message to remind her to call so and so, or, you know, talk to so and so about such and such. And actually, I did that just downstairs while we were talking. Um, she has to call the place where Tom's at on Monday, and so I set myself a reminder to remind her to do that. Um, I sent her that article about how people with diabetes can lose the mobility of their legs and stuff because of them not taking proper care of themselves. When we covered that in the diabetes video. So if you haven't caught that, you might wanna. Um, and I'm sorry that I've noticed I'm licking my lip. My mouth is very dry, and I'm talking a lot. And I did not bring my drink out here, so that's my situation. I apologize. My meds, because of all the ones I'm on, and because I am on a THC CBD gummy and tincture, yeah, my mouth does get dry. So, at some point, I should break down the medications I'm on, just so you guys know, and also explain where I am pro low dose cannabis. So, though not smoking it. But that's a me thing. Bad mental associations with the smell. But that'll take me off track for being grateful and thankful and stuff. So that's not this video. And I'm sorry for the increase in volume there. Like I said, the tiredness and the stress, and it's, even though I've been taking all my medications as, a good girl should, there's still been problems. So, like with my functioning for the day. But yeah, so I mean, I've really tried to be there for my bonus mom, because she's certainly been there for me and for Tom over the years, and she's shown me what regular moms are supposed to be like. And I'm really grateful for that, really thankful. And that's another reason why I get frustrated about what's going on with Tom, because I don't think he deserved having this happen to him. I mean, technically, because potentially his diet and everything, yes, he kind of invited this to happen. And again, we cover this in the diabetes discussion. But with all that she does with her job, and helping kids figure out what they need to do to get to college, financial aid, making sure their records are in order, essays, doing all those hoops. The fact that she's, again, been there for me and Tom, and the fact that she helped with Lissa when me and Tom, we weren't going to be good parents. We had our issues, and it took us a long time to get them straightened out. I mean, for all the good that she's done for people, I feel like she doesn't deserve this. And it sucks that she has to go through it. I mean, she's gone through 2 different types of cancer herself. And now this, you know, and it's going to be one of those situations, potentially, most likely, where a mom has to bury their child. And fuck, you know? So I'm also thankful for my kitties. Rumble kind of joined us. Didn't you? You know, they come and check on me where I'm at, and they want to get cuddles, which is very nice. Sometimes I wake up with them either in front of me or behind me. Occasionally, this one kind of pokes me with his nails because he's trying to convince me to lift up the blanket behind me, but he'll get me with a claw on my back instead. And even if I cry out in surprise and frustration, because he's very impatient, I still love and appreciate that as much as I feel lonely in the house, I'm not actually alone. It would just be nice to have some good, intelligent conversation around here instead of just possibly talking to myself, which is kind of what this is. At least for now. Hopefully it won't remain that way, but that's kind of what it is for now. I am thankful that this is another year that I don't have to worry about paying for our heat. Heat is included in our rent. And after the last place where our bills would sometimes be $200 fucking a month for our heat, I'm pretty sure the landlord kind of fucked us a little bit. And we were heating the whole building. I mean, it was a converted house into apartments, but there was no reason for our bill to be that high. No reason. And we didn't really have proper control of our thermostat, I think, the whole time. And we were there for years. But especially once they had to replace the heaters downstairs because they broke, and then they stayed on into the summer. And then we had to deal with those bills. And she got pissy with us because we withheld rent, or we took away rent to cover the bills, but we provided, the proof of the bills and stuff like that. But, we didn't actually discuss it with her, but, she would have been fucked if they decided that they were going to cancel our nice egg. So, yeah. Again, I'm getting a little bit negative. That's not supposed to be this, but again, thankful, because that's actually our heat turning on right now. I don't know if you can hear that kind of noise going on in the background. Our heating unit, it's like the heating units are for each apartment. It's central air and heating all together. So we pay for our AC in the summer, but it hasn't really been that bad. But we do that thing where we pay extra even during the winter, I think. So it's kind of even throughout the months. It works out in the end. And so I'm thankful that we can control our temperature. Very thankful for that. The only downside is that the vents don't go into the bathroom. So, like, the heat and stuff doesn't reach the bathroom. And I wish that it did, especially in the winter, because we have a shower only. If it was a bath, it wouldn't be so bad, because then you could be soaking in a nice hot bath and you're not going to notice like any potential breezes or whatever hitting you. But yeah. And I don't necessarily close the bathroom door, because that's where under the bathroom sink is one of the places where our litter boxes are. Because I keep 2 litter boxes, 2 cats, 2 litter boxes, but they're disposable. So once a month I toss the whole thing out and then scoop throughout the month. And it's been great. I mean, just a little bit of a hassle, but it may, like, with plastic litter boxes, they can accumulate smells, especially with the cats who like to over scratch. Looking at you, Rumble. If you have cats, you know. There's always that one that follows the other cats and will just for like 5 minutes. He's one of them. I appreciate that he wants to bury Ragamuffin's shit so efficiently. But at the same time, especially when I'm sleeping, that noise will wake me up. So I'm grateful that Tom is in the physical therapy place, and maybe now he will get all the help that he needs so he can get home, and then I'll be thankful that he's home. I'm hoping that whatever's potentially going on inside his head literally will hold off being too terrible until we can get him back to a position where he can get chemo or radiation, because I would like for him to be around as long as possible. I am thankful that I've begun doing this, actually, just to record things, kind of be able to vent, maybe reach and interact with people. I've been engaging, or at least attempting to engage with people more on YouTube, like in the comments, or even doing a little bit more with Facebook. Twitter's kind of become like a Floridian dumpster fire. Like it's bad. So bad. And I keep getting notifications from Republicans like Matt Gaetz and fucking Bobo the Clown. And potentially sorry to anyone who is a Republican. So long as you're not a MAGA Republican, we'd probably get along. You probably wouldn't like my stances on some things. Like, I don't think people en masse should have guns. I think we should have gun laws like Japan and Australia. Um, but I am pro death penalty. People might be surprised. But there are just some crimes I think the whole eye for an eye thing, even though I'm a wistful atheist, I think it applies. You know, people that do things to children kind of being one of those situations. And there seems to be a bit of that in the news lately. It's a different tangent for a different day, so. But yeah, I've been, just engaging more. Just trying to be more social. Because I have been lonely, as I've stated a few videos now. But of course, if I just say that and not do anything, then how's the situation going to change? So that's where I'm at with it. I been doing the best that I can, and I'm at least getting people to like my comments and stuff like that, or laugh and such. So that's been good, because I don't go into places to be a troll. Yeah, I like puns, and yes, like somebody else, I do have the middle name of Lynn, but I'm not a troll, Lynn. No, no, no. Unless you've done something that I believe deserves that sort of treatment. I have what I've always affectionately called Canadian Zen, where at least at the start, where we stand, I'm going to be, good neighborly towards you. You need help with something, I'm going to be willing to help. You're my buddy, you're my friend, you're my guy. South Park, love you. I do. I love South Park. I grew up on South Park, technically, because I believe it started in '92. Pretty sure, and so I'd be 12. But yeah. So if I have it to give you, I will. That sort of thing. But you piss me off. I don't have a hockey stick, but I'll grab the nearest thing I can hit you with, and things are gonna happen. I mean, have you seen how Canadians can act when they're pissed? They can get feisty. It's very spicy. So I refer to that as Canadian Zen. But it's a pretty good way to just be, I think. Because I'm a firm believer that there's that joke, Confucius says that if you go to bed with itchy bum, you wake up with stinky finger. But then there's the more serious thing that I want to say it's an art of war quote, but I'm not 100% about it. But if a man wakes up thinking that he is going to die that day, he will find a way to do it. And so, sort of by that extension, I think that if you decide that day that you're waking up and everything sucks, nothing's going to make you happy, you can't find one thing to be joyful about, you're going to feel miserable, and then you're going to treat people miserably. And then they're going to become miserable. And then you're going to get that back like an echo chamber. And then that's just going to make you more miserable. And then it also radiates outward. So then it's going to affect other people. And then it also travels back in and then out. It's essentially poisoning the well. And so it's better to start each day trying to be the most positive you can be. Find those things to laugh about, regardless of the situation. Just try to find something to be positive. At least things aren't that bad. There's just something. I call it the silver lining, or making sure everyone's glasses are more than half full. I think it's really important to do. It not only helps the people around you, but in turn, it helps yourself, which then in turn helps the people around you. Rubber, you're glue, but it's true. Moods, like laughter, is infectious. So are yawns. But it's all, it does. It all fits. People, I think, if they understood this better, maybe people would treat one another differently and things could be different. But this is why, even strangers over the internet, like, I try to be helpful. I try to make them laugh. Because even though people might not be the most talkative about their problems, everyone tends to have problems anymore, and so everyone will usually need to have a laugh. Will need someone to just be there to care, even a little bit, And let's be honest, we would like that if it were to happen for us. So why shouldn't we do that for others? We shouldn't do things expecting to get it in return. We should just do it because it's the decent thing to do. And again, acknowledging that we ourselves would like that treatment, we can see that that is the decent thing to do. So I hope I'm not sounding like I'm talking in circles, because that would suck. The thought process in my mind, the monorail as it were, it makes sense. And that's sort of how I view my thought process, by the way, is a monorail. It's constantly going. It's essentially one track overall, but there's lots of stops. Lots of people getting on, getting off, like those those are essentially thoughts, getting on, getting off, bits of information. So I'm just trying to give you a view of into the windows, I guess would be the analogy here. But yeah, I guess I'm trying to give some tips and tricks on, I don't know, how to make your life suck a little bit less by making other people's life suck a little bit less. Because I've seen it work. I've seen what improving someone else's mood does and how that affects me. And you know, just the idea that maybe that person then continues on and helps someone else's day be less shitty. I don't want to potentially sound egotistical, but it's a good feeling, you know, to help try to put that out into the world instead of putting out some sort of shit. Because there's enough of that. There is. You know, I meant for this to just be a short video. And how many times have you guys heard me say that if you've actually been watching? But hopefully I've at least made sure that there is more positivity or the potential thereof than anything else in this. And in an attempt to wrap this up, I would really like it if you guys that do watch this maybe put in the comments some of the things you're grateful/thankful for. It could be for this year in particular or just overall. You know, maybe you got a new job. Maybe you met a new person. Maybe someone's just made an impact, or you've made an impact on somebody's life and you're thankful that they're doing better. Just anything you want. Additionally, if there's anything specifically that you want to hear me talk about, you can put that in the comments too. Anything at all, technically the engagement would help. And I'm going to shill again. If I've made you laugh or smile or whatever, please give this a thumbs up. Subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I would like for this to reach more people. Because in the end, that's ultimately what I'd like to do is help more people. And the only way that's really going to happen with these videos is if more people see them. And I can't do that without your help. That or post like a dozen videos every day and have YouTube get mad at me maybe for oversaturation. I don't know if that's a thing. And I don't necessarily want to find out. So I am sorry that I'm going to start probably doing the whole, hit that thumbs up and whatnot. But I want to see this become something. I hope that doesn't bug people. That I want to do something with this channel. Gives me more to do overall, and that's been very nice and something I've again been grateful for. So I would like to include that again in next year's video, and I want there to be a next year's video. I fully intend on it, but I don't want to be screaming into the void. I think most of you would understand. So whether or not you celebrate Thanksgiving tomorrow, or it's a Canadian Thanksgiving, or if the holidays are coming for you. Whatever you celebrate, whether that's Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Christmas. Um, I want you to have a really good day tomorrow. Whatever you're doing. I just want you to have a good day tomorrow. Um, for those of us who are in the US, I hope you have a great long weekend. Drive safe for those who are traveling. Enjoy those food comas. And I will talk to you guys again soon. All right? Bye.